the youngest soldier of the Second World War. At just 6 years old, he navigated trenches under a hail of bullets, risking his life to deliver ammunition to frontline soldiers, charging through artillery fire to complete missions, shouldering courage and responsibility far beyond his years. This child was named Sergei. Just days earlier, in the dead of night, he lay fast asleep. His mother burst into the room, thrusting him out the window with all her strength, shouting for him never to look back. The next instant, German bullets struck his mother. The raging fire engulfed the entire village. Sergei became the sole survivor, crying out, "Mama!" He ran desperately into the forest. When encountering German patrols, he held his breath, crouching beneath dead trees. Even as venomous snakes slithered past his feet, he remained utterly still. In his mind, the Germans were more terrifying than any beast. The scraps of food discarded by the enemy became his sole sustenance for days on end. When his shoes wore through, he wrapped his feet in bark and pressed on. Hungry, he dug wild vegetables to eat his fill. Thirsty, he drank rainwater to quench his thirst. After dark, he clutched branches as makeshift weapons, fighting fear alone in the shadows. Finally, days of starvation and exhaustion crushed him. Lying weakly on the ground, he watched a little hedgehog pass by and asked in a thread-thin voice, "Little hedgehog, can you call someone to save me?" The words barely left his lips before he passed out. Days later, a Soviet scout discovered him in the forest and brought him back to the military camp. Upon waking, Sergei opened his dazed eyes and asked, "Did the little hedgehog call you here?" His innocent question made the soldiers in the camp both ache and chuckle. After his recovery, the unit decided to send him to an orphanage. The nurse tried to stop them. The officer sighed and said, "Children don't belong on the battlefield." But the nurse retorted, her eyes reddening, "No one should belong on the battlefield." Though the commander was filled with reluctance, he could only follow the rules. Before Sergei left, he gave him a small wooden rifle. Unexpectedly, Sergei suddenly threw himself into his arms and clung tightly. This pure dependence changed the commander's mind. He decided to keep the child, becoming his adoptive father, giving him a home within the barracks.